Hello everybody, today I'm here and I'm doing something a little different. I got this idea from one of you lovely babes that follows me. You suggested that I critique some of my old modeling photos. So I started pinup modeling in 2004, which now is 16 years ago. So I have to say, over the years, I have definitely learned a lot. When I look back in my old pictures, it is very cringy, but I think it's really important to show that nobody kind of starts out knowing what they're doing. I still learn, I still have pictures I see now that I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing in that picture? So I thought this might be just kind of funny and kind of fun just to go through some of my old pictures. I actually found this old folder on my hard drive that I didn't even know that was there, that has pictures in there that I haven't seen probably since I took them. So the majority of these pictures are from between 2005 and 2007, which is when I was really shooting a lot and kind of with everybody. So some of the photography is bad, some of me is bad, some of the makeup is bad. There's just a lot of bad stuff going on. Okay, so this first one, oh, it's a lot. Okay, so this is by a photographer that I worked with at Viva. So this is actually shot in a hotel room. This is a very good example of how lighting can really do you dirty. Obviously, she didn't do any Photoshop, so you can see all the pimples on my face. It was when I had super pencil thin eyebrows, which most of these pictures are going to be like that, so it really accentuated my brow bone. My hair looks pretty good, I guess that's what I can say. There's nothing really wrong with my pose or my styling, it's mostly just the lighting, and I think that's the thing when you get more experienced, you know how to find your light. And I was turning away from the light, which just cast all these terrible shadows on my face. So there you go. Alright, this next one. This was actually 2005. This was my first like actual photo shoot ever. So clearly I didn't have the legs in the air thing down yet. I am not a super flexible person, so I've never been really great at the whole legs in the air pose, not post. I don't know what, it looks like I'm scratching the top of my head. I have no idea really what is going on in here. My outfit's cute. This one is actually by the same photographer as the last one, and it was shot in the same day as the last one. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to like showcase my plate. Like it looks like I'm supposed to be washing it, but the water's not on. Nothing's really happening except I'm showing you my beautiful vintage china, which maybe that was the whole point. I also look really uncomfortable. Like I almost look like I'm in pain. I don't think I had really perfected my smile quite yet. But you know what? My kitchen's cute, and this is a really good view of my old kitchen. All of these old ones were shot in my house because I had this awesome vintage house, so it was actually a really good location to shoot. I just had no idea what the heck I was doing. Oh Lord, the old dustpan. This was actually the same photographer as the last one, just a different day. Obviously I have bangs here. I kind of look like Satan. My eyebrows are too thin, and I hadn't, again, perfected my smile yet. I was still really self-conscious about my teeth. I used to have a big gap in the center of my teeth, so when I would smile, I would either do this, or I would smile and turn sideways, so you couldn't see it. So there's a lot of pictures where I have like awkward head angles, and it was really because I was trying to hide my teeth, or I was making this horrible grimacy smile because I was trying not to show my teeth. I also don't know why I thought this dustpan pose was good. Honestly, my body looks great. The pose of my body is good. I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. And I'm sweeping up nothing. Where's the dust? This is another one from that same day. Apparently I was really obsessed with doing nothing with tools and utensils. So this one always makes me laugh because I'm like, why am I hammering a screwdriver into a deck where there's no screws or anything to hammer? I guess I wanted to look handy, but I didn't really know how to be handy. So again, I'm doing that same grimacy smile. I also have really sun-sensitive eyes, so I've always struggled with shooting outside. So a lot of my earlier pictures when I'm outside, I'm like trying to figure out how to live my life with my eyes still open. I don't know. Get your shit together, Dollface. Thankfully I did at some point, kind of. This one, apparently I was trying to be sexy. So for a long time, this one is from 2005 also. This was just a few months later. So when I started doing the pinup-y thing, I was really good at doing the cutesy stuff, which I still, like, that's kind of my thing. I didn't really know how to do a sexy face yet, so I think I either just looked like I was in pain or I looked like I was angry. This one mostly looks like I'm angry. I also don't know why we thought shooting on some rickety-ass basement stairs was cute. You can see like a box and paint cans in the background. Also, I look at these old photos and I laugh because I remember getting ready for the shoot and I remember thinking how fat I looked in this outfit. Women are crazy. Why do we think these stupid things about ourselves? Now I look at that and I'm like, oh my god, to have that body again. But, you know, 15 years later, your body changes a little bit. And that's okay. My body now is just as good. But yeah, that face. Man, if I could just chop the face off, the picture's actually not bad. Good God, where is my face? This is so over photoshopped. And I remember thinking like, I look so beautiful when I got this picture back. This was, I think, when photographers were just kind of learning Photoshop. This is 2007. She didn't Photoshop my hair at all, so you can still see all the texture in my hair. And this is one of the rare pictures of my teeth, so you can actually see the gap in my teeth, which I know to everybody else isn't that bad. It's just something I was really insecure about growing up. We all have those things. But also, I didn't really know how to open my mouth unless I was smiling. So again, a lot of the pictures back then, I look like I'm grimacing. Like I look like I'm just kind of in pain. And the scarf, it's sexy, maybe? It's kind of like a romance novel? I don't know. Okay, so this is getting a little bit later. This is 2007. I didn't really know how to use my body yet, and I was wearing a corset here, and I did not, and I still do not wear corsets, so I didn't know how it was supposed to fit. As you can see, there's a big gap in the boobs and there's a big gap on the bottom. I should not have turned my body sideways. Also, again, not understanding light. You see all the shadows on my face because the light is hitting my face from one side. Apparently, I thought I looked really good, judging by the expression on my face. I do remember getting these pictures back, and there were a few shots where you could actually see my nipples because the corset just didn't fit me. I also think I put chicken cutlets in there to make my boobs look bigger, which just made them stick out because they're too firm. I don't know what I was doing. This is another shot from that same beach shoot. Again, I still, in 2007, had not perfected my sexy face. I look really mad. I'm almost snarling. It's almost like a Billy Idol kind of face. Again, the light is hitting me all wrong. My body looks banging, I gotta say, but I didn't know how to work my face yet. And it's just a lot to comprehend right now. This was one of the first photo shoots I did for a company. So this was 2008. This was for a company called Dungaree Dolly. Shot at a tattoo shop, as you can see by the flash. Those eyebrows! My God, my eyes are already really far apart, and when I was doing my thin eyebrow phase, I was starting them like way out here, so my eyes looked like they were here on my face. I also have a big forehead, so tipping my head down like that with my super far away eyebrows, my forehead looks so big. I don't know what's going on here, but again, like my hair looks good, my pose isn't bad, it just, I need to learn the face. And also the light, as you can see, I tipped my head down, which made my forehead look big, but then I lost my light, so then it looks like I have bags under my eyes. And I was like 5 here. Oh, the wink. So this picture actually is pretty cute, but me and my best friend Caitlin for years tried to get a decent picture of me winking. It's like if you guys ever watch Friends, the Chandler face where he'd look fine until the picture snapped and then he'd like make some crazy flinchy face. That was me trying to take a wink face. It was never like cute, it was always like. So this is probably the best of all of the winky pictures, and it still looks a little. Winks are hard. If you guys could do winks, hats off to you. Oh, cute little young cherry. This was also from 2005, I believe. I have really hyperextensive arms. I'm actually double jointed, so my wrists and my fingers and my arms are really flexible. So I have to be really careful when I make my arms straight in a picture not to hyperextend my joints. This is a really good example of what not to do, and it took me a lot of years to realize it was happening because when my arms are straight, they just feel straight. They don't feel like they're bowing out like that. So again, my body looks cute, my arms look a little crazy, and I'm doing that same half smile grimace face, so, but my hair looks good. I think this might have been like the first victory rolls I ever really nailed, and that was in 2005, so I was doing pretty good. I was ahead of the curve. And I had short hair. That shit is hard with short hair. Oh Lord, the face. So here's a close-up of those victory rolls. My bangs also were a hot mess. The pose actually isn't bad, but what is that face? I don't know. My eyebrows actually aren't so bad here. They're still not great, but practice your faces. If you think it's gonna look cute, do it in the mirror before you do it in front of a camera. My fingernails look good though. This was shot for a vintage clothing company in 2006 in Portland. And looking back through all these pictures, I don't know why they put a bright yellow spotlight just on my face. The lighting on the rest of the picture is great. If you look at my legs, the lighting is so good. And it just further accentuates my jacked up, weird cartoon eyebrows. So everything else in the picture is good. I was rocking it. I was looking good. But man, that yellow ass light on my face. I don't know what's happening. So this picture was shot in 2007 by a duo called Compass Rose, and I did a lot of my early work with them, and I loved them. And I actually love this picture, but now looking back on it, I'm like, what am I doing? Am I being abducted? Am I like at the bottom of a well? I look very serious. I feel like there should be like a lever and slime should fall down on me. I don't really know what's happening, but for some reason I actually really do like this picture, and those pants, I loved those pants, but they were wool and they were so freaking itchy. But man, I loved those things. And my sweet Forever 21 tank top that I just tucked into them was clearly the height of fashion in 2007. With this blurry photo. One thing I've always had to be really conscious of is my eyeballs. Clearly I have big giant eyeballs. So I have to be really careful when I'm looking up or to the side, because if I look to the side or I look up, all you see is a big eyeball and no color. So I really had to work on like cheating looking up. So if I want it to look like I'm looking like way up there, I just do that. And then it cheats versus and then I look like, I don't know, I look like. Otherwise, everything else is fine in the picture. It's just those dang eyes. And again, the light. I haven't really learned my light yet. To this day, I still have no idea what we were trying to achieve with this picture. I mean, the obvious was it was supposed to be 4th of July. We were shooting for my calendar in 2006. So this was supposed to be the July month. Also, I just want you to know that those shorts had a 22-inch waist. And how in the hell I ever fit into those? God, I love those shorts. I really love those shorts. I sold them a few years ago. Anyways, I get the gist of what we were trying to do. I don't know why it made sense for me to sit awkwardly on a podium where I feel like it looks like I'm like struggling to stay on, like my feet are shuffling to get some bearing. I'm sure I was probably shaking from the stress of sitting like this. Happy 4th of July, I guess. At least my face is better. And lastly, the old heel pull. I don't know why this was such a thing. This was 2007. This was a thing. The heel pull was a thing. It was like, if you watched Top Model, all the top models did it, so you thought you were a top model if you were doing it. And honestly, my pose is cute, my face is cute, everything else is cute. Why am I pulling on my heel? I don't know. I loved those shoes. They were made by Tulips. They were so comfortable. I literally wore them till the soles fell off. So that is it. That is my flashback critique of my early modeling photos. If you liked this and you want to see more, I do not have a shortage of awkward photos from old modeling days, so I can critique all day long. And there's nothing more fun than critiquing yourself. I don't really like critiquing other people, but it's fun to critique myself. Also, so you know, everything in this video was all in jest. It's all in good fun. I am just as amazing now as I was then. I just really wasn't as good at taking pictures. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you next time.